Seems that it never rains, but it pours, of course, for the royal known as the Prince of Wales, Prince William, already mired up in an attack about not attending the Lionesses' games over in Sydney. Now he's been urged to remove, ditch, dump, whatever you want to call it, this particular senior politician of London. Let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you. You hope you're well. Are you all right today? Yes. No, I know. I do like to ask, seriously, a lot of people say, oh, but it's nice to sort of make contact with people, isn't it? And it's funny, in this park, I've got to tell you a funny story. A gentleman turned up to, shall we say, look after the inconveniences, or conveniences, should I say, and went in the wrong direction. It's funny that, isn't it, in this climate as well, you know what I'm saying? Yes, really. It was delivering, shall we say, tissues. And it just made me smile because I came running out and he said, I've got the wrong door. Thought that was quite funny, He's lucky he can find a public convenience. Let's not go there. I know it's hard now. You spend more than a penny, don't you? Is it like that in your part of the world? Costs about 40 pence if you go to the station. Can't afford it, can you? No. Back as ever to your breaking roll story of the day. This is a serious story, in fact, let me explain. This is really all down to the fact that the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, recently was outed as, well, being very anti-white. There's no other way you could describe it. There was a big story over here over the weekend about how his website were picking out certain individual pictures which would align how he saw as the Mayor of London real Londoners. The picture of a white family was said to be not realistic enough as representation of London. You can imagine how this really went down. The only pictures that Sadi seemed to like, of course, were the two of himself, heavily doctored to remove the dark shadows under his eyes and to make him look a little bit more in charge. Now, the last time, of course, Sadiq Khan, we and I ever met, he forgot his cushion. He has a little booster cushion to sit on, makes it a little bit more comfortable, gives him a bit of power, do you know what I'm saying? But it's interesting, isn't it? Because as we know, the Mayor of London likes nothing more than aligning himself with authority and has clutched at any opportunity to get next to the royals, including our late and wonderful monarch, Her Majesty the Queen, where he turned up at the opening of the Elizabeth line, one of the very big formal last engagements of the monarch. And then he's now recently attached himself to the Prince of Wales because, once again, he's plugging his own climate book. That's right, he's had time to write a book. Even though crime, knife crime, Transport for London, everything is escalating on a negative scale. But here's now where it gets very interesting, because obviously when you are the Prince of Wales, the future king of England, the Commonwealth, and to many people, a massive figurehead around the world, should you be aligning yourself with someone with these, thoughts, rhetorics or whatever? And I think where it gets really interesting here is that William himself now will have to be very careful as to whether he continues this climate association with the Mayor of London. The only positive note on this is that the mayor himself, who's feverishly going through any money left at City Hall by coming up with so many schemes that are costing a lot of money to the London taxpayer, is hopeful that William won't drop his association. But given the fact that this has caused, well, basically the demands for his resignation, not just here in London, but across the United Kingdom, things are not looking particularly rosy. And for one, I actually feel sorry for the Prince of Wales, because obviously he's trying to get focus and good things regarding his charity Earthshot. But there's always somebody ready to spoil it, is there not? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.